Greetings everyone, this is Bill Zuben with IBMA here in Las Vegas at the fantastic Mandalay Bay Convention Center for the 2016 International Bowling Exhibition. And today we're here with Aaron Smith with USBC and probably most importantly, BowlTV. The people say, what's BowlTV? We always get the question, oh, there's no more TV for bowling anymore. Here it is and it's free. So Aaron, tell us all about BowlTV, what it is, how they can get it, and what kind of coverage you have.
All right, Bill, well, thanks for having me, and definitely excited to be here at Bowl Expo for the first time. For BowlTV, it's essentially our online streaming service for pretty much all USBC events. You can find it at youtube.com/BowlTV. And from there, we have coverage from our USBC Open and Women's Championships, Masters, Senior Masters, which we have on the background right here, which just took place in Las Vegas just a few days ago.
And I got to interrupt there. If you haven't seen the finals for the Senior Masters, definitely got to look it up. That was one of the most exciting shows, greatest for one person finish in a long time. So back to you, Aaron.
Certainly, of course, all of our Team USA events, we travel internationally to cover Team USA in the world, and we just, pretty much anything USBC related is going to be on BowlTV. So we get the opportunity to travel not only across the country, but across the world, and just showcase bowling at its finest. So once again, youtube.com/BowlTV is the place to be, and then if you're lucky enough, you get to hear myself, Matt Cannizzaro, or Emil Williams Jr. on the call, just trying to keep everyone informed and have a good time on there when we can, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you when you said we. Is this a royal we, or are there more people? So Matt Cannizzaro, a lot of people do know because during the Nationals we have the USBC Open Championships. We have Matt on every week giving us an update, and then occasionally you'll fill in when he's off running, getting the wedding or something. So, but yeah, I saw the two of you at Samstown for the Senior Masters, and you guys put on a great show, and it's free. All you got to do is go on to bowl.com, and then once you're there, what happens?
When we're live streaming an event, you can find it through bowl.com. We'll actually have, at the very top of the page, the slider at the top will say live stream in progress. So that's your way to click, and that'll take you to the YouTube page if you don't want to go directly there. And as you mentioned, Bill, it is free. So that's definitely a bonus. All of our shows archive as well. So in case you missed the Senior Masters, we have it playing up here through YouTube. It just usually takes about a half hour after we're done broadcasting, and poof, there it is.
Yeah, because coincidentally or poor timing, the late PWBA event was on CBS Sports at about the same time. So you had, which one do I watch? And you can always go back to BowlTV and see it again, and any of the other events. But there's also more to BowlTV than just the events. You can go back for other, what else is on BowlTV?
Well, not only events, but, and we're appropriately at the USBC coaching booth, there's coaching videos, just pretty much everything. The Hall of Fame videos, Jason Thomas does a great job providing the Hall of Fame class with an excellent introduction for folks who may have not be as familiar with some of the players. But essentially, of course, we have rules. On the other kiosks here, we have PB Atkinson with the daily segments that we do there. So definitely a lot of opportunities, not just the events, but instruction, some fun things, Hall of Fame, just everything is on there.
Yeah, and a lot of times the USBC members like, well, what do I get for my $20? You can watch $20 worth of TV and get your money's worth that way.
Absolutely. We actually last year streamed over, just for live events, was more than 600 hours worth. And we're actually already on pace between not only BowlTV, but our work on Extra Frame with the PWBA to surpass that by quite a large margin here in 2016. So yeah, there's definitely plenty of content out there to watch and see and enjoy.
Yeah, and you've got the filming and taping and the USBC Open Championships. We get to see some of the premier players, but I guess we're going to lose that next year, huh?
Vegas, yes. However, that's just going to give Matt and myself and whoever may be on site more opportunities to kind of try out some new things. So that's for that part, it's going to be exciting just to see. But yes, with the USBC rule changes, we won't have the full games anymore, but we're still going to do our best to use the platforms we have available. I know Matt's been very active with Facebook Live on the official Open and Women's Championships Facebook page this year, showcasing runs. So we'll find new and different ways to get some great video coverage right here in Las Vegas in 2017 for the Open Championships, as well as the Women's Championships in Baton Rouge. So it'll be a little different, yes, but we'll find our ways to get the news out.
Yeah, well, here with Reno and Vegas, it's not too hard to get from one to the other. Vegas and Baton Rouge be a little bit more of a challenge, but a couple of great cities to go to and be the guys. First chance to get over and see the new arena. I was over there yesterday. Fantastic. Mike Moniak and USBC have done a great job over there.
Absolutely. Working with the South Point staff has been very rewarding. Mike Moniak and his team just do a great job and help us out so much in putting on a top-notch event for our bowlers. And yeah, for the Open Championships next year, definitely going to be probably a little more busy, a little more exciting. It'll be interesting to see how they kind of rework everything as far as the vendor booths, and that part's always fun. But definitely looking forward to see how that looks. And yeah, South Point's been a great host for us here in 2016. That's been my home away from home. So I've been spending a lot of time there and just getting to watch all the bowling at the Women's Championships in the mix. And yeah, excited to see what the future holds in store.
And one of the traditions is going to be lost next year. It will not be that we'll walk up the center aisle to go out to the lanes.
That's true. If you haven't been to South Point yet, it doesn't necessarily have all the lanes running all the way across. It's split 30 on one side, 30 on the other, with grandstand seating in between. And actually for 360 spectators. So just a random trivia note that I learned this year. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit different with ceremonies as well as the march out. Open Championships tournament manager Dwayne Hagan was in town a few days ago, just kind of trying to figure those things out. So for the women, we march them off and kind of break them off, and they march across the lanes, across the approaches, I should say, not the actual lanes. But yeah, so we'll see if that changes, or if that stays the same for the Open, or if that changes for next year. So some more of the excitement, some more of the surprise.
Now, one of the other, let's say, oddities of this event will be kind of going back to Billings. We're going to have a little different smell around the bowling center because they have the equestrian center right across the hallway from the bowling center. And I was watching the Peruvian horse demonstration, and so I'm sure during the event there'll be all kinds of equestrian events you can go over and watch. I know the rodeo was out there the last time they had the World Series of bowling. So one more thing to do while you're out there in Vegas. Like, there's not enough to do already.
Yeah, South Point is really a one-stop shop, if you will. You really don't have to, once you get there, you can just kind of hang out and do everything you need. They have a ton of events, not only, as I mentioned, the Equestrian Center, which is right next to the bowling plaza, which has things back and forth. But yeah, just a ton of events, a ton of concerts that make it there. So definitely a lot of excitement coming through. You mentioned the smell. When they do have events going on, they'll walk up to the bowling plaza. If you're not too fond for nature, you'll notice it for a quick second, but once you get to the bowling plaza itself, it's completely different. So you don't notice it while you're competing or preparing to compete. So
yeah, when I was out here for the World Series of bowling a few years ago, like I said, we came out here. I never went outside of the building for a week because you got so many restaurants, the movie theater. Don't they have gaming here as well? I think I've seen somewhere out there. So there's plenty to, and actually, I mean, not to be negative, but when you get out to South Point, that is the only thing to do because it's isolated down there, but it's a great facility and you don't have to leave. So you pay to get out there and you're there. Don't need a car, just like being in Reno again.
A little bit, yeah. And to be honest, everything in Vegas is like 10 minutes away, so even if you're more of a traditional Las Vegas Strip person, that's a 10-minute drive. If you want to go a little further north to Fremont Street, have a little fun there, probably about 15 minutes away from South Point, so it's even though it's at the very south end of the Strip and everything, it's very easy to get around town and get going.
And what are the plans then for the Bowlers Journal and 40 Frame Game? Still going to be in the building?
Still going to be in the building.
But at the regular?
More than likely at the regular. I don't want to say officially yet because I'm not 100% sure, but they will all be on site at South Point. So
you're making plans for next year? Take the shuttle out to South Point, you're there. And watch BowlTV in the meantime. And we already got the plug-in, so Extra Frame is also out there on a subscription basis. But there's plenty of bowling out there, folks. Just pay attention, listen to the BowlTV, look at it. They'll lead in the right direction. Okay.
All right.
So Aaron, thanks for being out here. Well, you're here anyway, so thanks for coming out for this little show here, and we'll see you folks out on YouTube.
All right, thanks again, Bill. Appreciate everything you do, and thanks again for the opportunity.
Hey, you're very welcome.